India's supersonic cruise missile, the BrahMos, it didn't just perform in Operation Sindoor, it dominated it. With blistering speed, pinpoint accuracy, and fear-inducing lethality, in barely 20 minutes, BrahMos tore through Pakistan's air defenses and obliterated 11 Pakistani Air Force bases, 11 in one stunning strike package. Islamabad was paralyzed, its air defense grid blinded, its commanders caught off guard. The world watched as India unleashed the most decisive missile assault in South Asia's recent military history. While Delhi never released official numbers, Indian media reports reveal the scale of firepower. The Indian Air Force fired 15 to 19 BrahMos missiles from Sukhoi 30 MKI, and almost every single one hit home. On May 30th, in Azerbaijan, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif admitted what Islamabad had tried desperately to hide. He said publicly that India's BrahMos strike stopped a planned Pakistani military offensive on the night of May 9th and 10th.
We decided to respond in a measured fashion to Indian aggression, and we had decided that at 4:30 in the morning after Fajr prayers, Pakistan armed forces, led very ably by our Field Marshal, Chief Army Staff sitting here, Syed Asim Munir, to teach a lesson to our enemy. But before that hour reached, India again launched missile attacks, BrahMos, and hit Pakistan's various provinces, including airport in Rawalpindi and other places.
For a sitting Prime Minister to say that in front of an international audience tells you everything you need to know about BrahMos. It wasn't just successful, it was terrifying. Now, BrahMos wasn't born overnight. It began in 1998 through a rare Indo-Russia joint venture. DRDO teamed up with Russia's NPOM to create BrahMos Aerospace, a $300 million program to build the world's first and only supersonic cruise missile system. The first successful test came in 2001. Since then, BrahMos has evolved into India's most versatile strike weapon, launched from land, sea, and air. A missile that travels at Mach 2.8 to Mach 3, almost 3 times the speed of sound, and smashes targets with surgical precision. But even the strongest weapons have limits. Operation Sindoor showed BrahMos's power, but it also raised hard questions. Questions about cost, range, and scalability. A single BrahMos costs $2.75 to $4 million. That's among the highest in its class. Compare that to the US Tomahawk, the missile that inspired India's quest for a high-speed cruise weapon. The Tomahawk costs nearly half, yet flies 3 to 9 times farther, up to 2,500 kilometers. Russia's Caliber cruise missile also outranges BrahMos by thousands of kilometers and costs significantly less. Now yes, BrahMos beats them all in speed. Speed kills, but cost limits quantity, and quantity wins long wars. That's where India's challenge begins. Right now, India produces 50 to 100 BrahMos missiles a year. A new plant in Uttar Pradesh could double that. By 2027, India may be able to churn out 200 to 300 missiles annually. A strong number, but still nowhere near what a prolonged conflict demands. Look at Ukraine. The new Flamingo cruise missile has a range of more than 3,000 kilometers. Kyiv aims to produce 7 Flamingo missiles per day, over 2,500 a year. Yes, Flamingo is slower and easier to intercept, but quantity overwhelms defenses. Numbers matter. In contrast, India cannot fire unlimited BrahMos salvos in a month-long war. They're too expensive, they're too few, and replacing them takes time. Because BrahMos should be reserved for the jobs only BrahMos can do: penetrate hardened defenses, crush command centers, destroy high-threat assets. A cheaper missile can handle the rest. BrahMos has shown what it can do. Now India must build the ecosystem that lets it do more, again and again and again. Because Operation Sindoor was just the beginning. The new war may demand even more. This is Rujashish Kanjilal for India Today Global.